After high school, first and foremost, I'm from the Bronx, New York. I did really poorly, had about a 70 average, never had taken SATs. And I decided to forego college because, well, frankly, I didn't believe I could get into college with the grades I had. And decided to take my talents to a local McDonald's where I worked full time for 2 years. After working there for a while, things were getting a little bit better for me. My family was doing a little bit better. And I decided that college was something that I really needed to do. And I still had this sort of strong, aspirant belief that I could be in the NBA. So because my grades were still poor, I decided to take my talents to a community college nearby, TC3 actually, which is in Cornell's backyard. And I took my talents there. I had never been to the school, heard of the school, but I knew that they had on-campus housing, and I knew that they had a basketball team that I could probably walk on. And when I got there, I didn't even play basketball. I decided to dedicate myself to my studies, and although at one point I decided that I really wanted to leave and go back home to help my family out, it became apparent to me by way of mentorship that being in college was essential to me doing anything drastic, any kind of drastic change for my family who was struggling back home. And what I realized there was that I really wanted to make the transition to Cornell University from TC3 because I had seen other people do it. And so I really got in good with a few people who had actually made the transition, and I really asked questions along like, how's that feasible? How did you do it? How could someone go from a community college to Cornell University? It's like these computers in the middle of the hall. I was gonna check my email really quick. I was student government president at the school I was at, so I was always like checking my email for something. So someone checked my email really quick, and then I see this thing from Cornell, and Cornell had emailed me before. And it was mostly about something like, oh, well, you need this to finish your application, or you need these monies to be deposited if you even want to be considered. So I thought it was one of those things, and I said, oh, let me click on this. And sure enough, it said, congratulations. And I was like, no, get out of here. I was like, this is a spoof. This can't be real. Why isn't it an email, not a letter? And I was like, wait, this is real. I immediately closed the inbox, and I said, no, I'm gonna look at this a little bit second. Everyone's like, what's wrong with you? Again, it's like, I think I just got accepted. I think I just got accepted. They're like, let me see it. And I was like, no, this could be fake. I don't want to get too over anxious or something of that nature. And he said, let me just look at it. And my friend said, he looked, read a little bit, looked at me and said, congratulations, man. And I flipped. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm managing to do something that it's unprecedented in my family. And I'm extremely excited. What the world is my oyster. I can do anything I want if I really apply myself, dedicate myself. And that's something I learned. And Cornell really gave me that one testament to say, you know what? Keep working hard, you will be rewarded for your hard work. There are people who are watching. There are people who are interested in your hard work and whatever service you can do by way of that. And the reason I wanted to bring up that story first and foremost was because I believe that it's imperative to understand what kind of university Cornell is and how it helped with my experience coming here, because I'm a kid from south side of the Bronx who did really poorly in school, and the fact that I'm standing before you here at an elite institution like Cornell University suggests what kind of institution this is in a nutshell. I really worked hard at TC3, I won't say I didn't, and the transition was made possible. But I believe that students who got here right out of high school, who've had parents that come here, and other schools alike, have struggled here. And I believe that the only way I was able actually to be successful was really because of mentorship. By way of someone else who had transitioned from TC3 and into Cornell, I met this gentleman named Mr. Leon Lawrence here at Cornell University, who today still serves as a mentor, has really been a great asset to me in really navigating through this large campus. I'll be frank in saying I would have never thought I'd be able to be successful here, but by way of his mentorship, Mr. Lawrence was actually used to be a faculty, is a retired faculty that used to work in Awadi, down there on my central campus. And by way of his experiences and trying to help me navigate, meet with other mentors on campus, I've been able to join Black Students United. I'm on the e-board now. I'm a member of Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, which was the first and foremost intercollegiate fraternity on any campus in America, and started here at Cornell University. And I'm very proud of the many things that I have done, and I'm only waiting for the things that I can do. When I got here, I had this idea, I could never go to law school after this. I think this is pretty much it. I've hit the ceiling in terms of where my luck could go. But Mr. Lawrence and Cornell faculty alike really trained me to believe otherwise. It's like, well, you can essentially do anything you want by way of hard work and continuing the mentor-mentee relationship that you've built here. And I believe many of the students that I've come into contact with, as insightful as they are and as giving as they are, have all possessed this same why And I believe that we all possess this notion that, well, no one before me has ever gone to law school, premier undergraduate school for that matter, and yet I'm here as a living example that we can challenge that status quo and ask the question why, and then once we have the answer,